they gave me loads of reassurance and virtually guaranteed me that if I put in all the work, they will support me enough to make sure that I pass the test. And being qualified now, I can safely assure you that I have now passed all my tests, and they did give me as much support as I needed to.
I signed up with them in January, and they sent me a package. The first thing I had to do was complete the part 1, which is the theory test. There's 100 questions for instructors. So I spent about 3 to 4 months preparing for that, went and sat the test and passed that one.
So how I discovered my 4 wheels is I was looking online, different schools to become a driving instructor, and as I was looking at other companies, what I tend to find is bigger companies in previous work I've done kind of leave you to yourself, whereas a smaller company will you'll be able to know who the owners are, you'll be able to know who the managers are, you'll be able to know who's who.
My 4 wheels supported me through my training but the whole way. So you have basically account manager every step of the way, so you have 3 parts. And I had account manager at part 1, part 2 and part 3. And if ever I needed any questions or any support, I could just literally ring them up and they'll be there for me.
With the training, I was obviously still working. So it allowed me to still get my lessons in around my work schedule. So I wasn't necessarily having to book holidays off just to try and get the training. They were flexible, which helped me to progress in my own time or put too much pressure on myself. I'm still working my normal job whilst I was learning to become a driving instructor.
They do have a caring nature. I've never ever had any bad experiences with them. They are consistently good at picking up the phone if I need them. I've had bad weeks. I've had weeks when I was training where I felt this is not for me, and they were always at the end of the phone.
The training is divided up into many different ways. So you have quite a chunk of it online, which is on Teams, and you have 2 brilliant trainers who talk about everything. They've got a PowerPoint, they go through everything that you need. They'll always wait and answer your questions. And then the most valuable thing for me, I think, was the in-car training, where they put me in touch with a trainer who is just down the road from here, and his advice and being hands-on in the car really, really was valuable to me, and I would not have got this far without that kind of support.
They sent me the tools to study for my part 1 test, which is the theory test. Up to 100 questions, and you also have to do the hazard awareness.
So the first part was theory. They provide you with all the books, and you go off and study, and really you've got to put the hard work in. The second part, it was in person. I was lucky enough to have a good instructor in Cheltenham who helped me and support me get through the part 2, which is the driving test. The part 3 was mainly online training. You have to put the hard work in, you have to log in, you have to get there. And all the instructors online were absolutely fantastic, very knowledgeable. Never had any issues with them answering my questions. Really kind words when you're having bad days and you thought you actually weren't capable of doing the job. And because the pass rate's not particularly high, it doesn't give you the confidence going into a test, does it? When you think, maybe I'm not starting well here, but without that support, I never would have achieved it.
Yeah, the really, I can't stress this enough, really good thing about my 4 wheels is they are with you all the way. So I've been around offices and working in different jobs and stuff like that. But when it comes to my 4 wheels, I work on my own. I'm on my own in that car. However, I always feel like I've got an office behind me.
Then you get your part 2 test, which is your just a driving test. However, you do an hour drive, and it's on the motorway included this time, just to see your level of driving. So they also provide 8 hours of training for that before you actually go for your test. So I took on that, which helped me iron out the creases in my drive that wasn't DVLA standard, but that's that.
They then send me the next month to prep for my own driving test. That's called the part 2. And I was given 8 hours in-car training with an instructor who teaches instructors. That came from my 4 wheels. They were also at the end of the line, so if there's any issues, any questions I had about it, I went straight back to them.
Then they have the part 3, which is now where the examiner assess how you deliver a driving lesson. And they also gave me 20 hours on VCT, which is online, and 20 hours in-car training of how to handle the car and the dual controls and how to interact and assess the road, assess the students and see what's going on, and they provide all that training within the package. And they're also supportive, so you've got a team as well that's around you that will happily tell you what went good, what went bad, and they're very upfront and honest rather than just say good and it's not really good.
The hardest part was part 3. You had extra hours that you needed to do, lots of VCTs online that My Four Wheels do for you. I actually sat through all of them twice, which is twice the amount of work, but I wanted to pass. They were very supportive, yeah, I went on to pass that, which completely shocked me. I didn't think it was something I was capable of doing, and I wouldn't have done it had I not had that support from My Four Wheels.